Manufacturing changed forever when automated machines began assembling parts. Now automation has taken another leap forward with CNC assembly machines. CNC, or computer numerical control, means the machine is operated by a computer program rather than by mechanics alone. To design a CNC assembly machine, engineers analyze the sequence of tasks required to assemble the product, then match each task with the right type of pre-designed processing engine. The tools required for each stage of the production process are custom built and will be controlled by the machine's many computer-guided engines and motors. These can be individually programmed to perform the precise motions that are needed to complete each stage of the operation. The engines are mounted on a sturdy base frame. This is constructed from steel tubes that must be cut to length. A joint is ground into each piece before they're welded together. Onto this base frame, a steel tabletop with cutouts for each engine is bolted into place. It's been ground flat so that the engines will be level with one another. Meanwhile, the machine's main control cabinet is being assembled. It contains one computer for each engine. Each machine has a bespoke set of engines, some performing rotary movements, others linear movements, while others pick up and place parts. The motors inside each engine have their own individual computers, which are programmed to perform those movements at different speeds and forces. Once the control cabinet is complete, it's bolted to the base frame. Steel bases are then installed for the engines. To create the machine's robotic arms, a computer-guided milling machine shapes rectangular bars of aluminium to form the arm's components. A precision measuring device verifies that each milled part meets strict specifications. Once the aluminium components have received an anti-corrosion coating, the robotic arm can be assembled. Self-lubricating sleeve bearings give the arm the ability to rotate. A second assembled arm is added to create a pair that can work together to perform a task. Each arm will follow the commands of its engine's computer. A coupling connects each robotic arm to the shaft of its motor. Each engine can have up to 8 motors, operating independently or in unison to accomplish different tasks. This engine drives robotic arms whose tools pick up, hold and release parts with suction provided by vacuum hoses. To test the completed machine, a high-speed camera captures images at 1,000 frames per second. The video can be slowed down to analyze and fine-tune the accuracy of every motion. Fine adjustments can be made at the click of a mouse to move an arm a millisecond faster or a millimeter further. CNC machines can assemble small products at high speed while providing accuracy and a degree of flexibility that traditional assembly equipment can't. One machine can be repeatedly reprogrammed to assemble different products, which means fewer assembly lines are needed. So there you go. I wonder if it could make me a cup of tea. What would the program for that be? Let me try. 2 sugars, 2 biscuits. What's the code? When life gives you lemons, why not try making a lovely lemon tart? Nice. But if your cooking's a bit rubbish and you don't like a soggy bottom, well, there's no need to feel bitter. Because fortunately for us, the baking professionals have been busy earning their crust. This lemon tart has a shortbread shell and a creamy lemon filling, topped off with buttercream flowers. The process at the bakery starts by making a batch of dough big enough to make 450 tart shells. The first step is to lightly blend margarine, sugar and salt for 3 minutes. Next, pasteurized eggs are added and mixed for 2 minutes at a slow speed, because a fast mixing would make the dough too tight, causing it to crack. White flour goes in next and is mixed in slowly until the ingredients are blended. Once the dough is ready, it enters what's actually a hamburger forming machine. The patties it extrudes each weigh 132 grams, making them the perfect size for the base of the tart. These are placed in a non-stick aluminium pan, which is mounted on a press and covered with a film. This prevents the dough from sticking to a die, which strikes the pan to spread the dough evenly. The pans now go into an oven, where they rotate until the dough is baked. The tart's shortbread shells are now ready for the filling. This will be flavored with lemon juice and lemon oil, but there are several other ingredients. First, margarine is melted in a pan. Sugar is then added, along with lemon powder and food starch to thicken the mix. After blending for 2 minutes, eggs are added. The mixture is then whisked until the ingredients are blended. The lemon juice and lemon oil which have been boiled are now added. Heating these acidic ingredients prevents the fats from curdling. When the filling is ready, the bowl is removed from the mixer and moved to the depositing line, where a pump transfers the contents to a hopper that will feed the depositor. The depositor squirts precisely 624 grams of lemon filling into each of the shells. The filled tarts are then placed on baking trays and into the oven to bake for 11 minutes. Once baked, the lemon tarts are left to cool at room temperature for 2 to 3 hours before being frozen overnight. The next day, the frozen tarts can be removed from the pans by making use of the pan's false bottom to prevent any damage. Any specks of browning are gently removed before a light layer of apricot glaze is sprayed on to add a hint of sweetness. The glaze also prevents the filling from cracking when the frozen tart is thawed. Next, the tart is placed in an automated cake slicer. The turntable rotates after each strike of the blade until the tart is cut into 12 slices, with paper placed between each one. This format is designed for restaurants who serve desserts by the slice. As a finishing touch, each slice is topped with a flower made of buttercream. And each flower is completed with a dot of lemon filling in the center. The tart now looks good enough to eat, but it's wrapped in a cardboard cake band. sealed in plastic film, and placed in a retail box before being shipped to the customer. Once defrosted, this dessert is ready to serve and savor. But the way I'm salivating, you better be quick if you want a slice of the action.